Alright. Right. Just go through the 3 litre and our idea of matching Rupert's excitement and dreams of it being down in the south of France, and what we would like to produce is a great looking and a safe car for him. So, starting with the bodywork. On the original paperwork, we noted that it was advised that it needed 2 new wings. This wing has already been replaced. It's a good used wing that's been put on, fits perfectly, and we will be reusing it. We would need to take it off because there's been no under seal or anything put under the wing, but the fit is good, the wing's good, and we'd be reusing it. On the bonnet, although the bonnet is in good condition, it's been overfilled at some time, and now the paint is coming off the bonnet. So what we're going to do is strip that back to bare metal, but reuse it. On this wing, an original wing, fit is great, condition ridiculously is not so bad. We will be cutting out this corrosion, cutting out, letting in a new piece, and also some more corrosion work on the lower part of the wing and up at this edge, but it ridiculously is well worth saving, and that's what we believe is the way forward. We'd be removing the windscreen, cutting out some corrosion here and dealing with it, and also at one stage the bonnet has gone back over because it's not strapped down properly and it's dented the scuttle panel on both sides. Coming back through the side, door fit is good, rear panel is good. There is some corrosion on the rear edge we'd like to deal with, and let in a new piece there. But other than that, we suggest that touching in the bodywork, flatting, polishing, clay barring and machining it, and refinishing the bumpers, because somebody has put terrible stone chip and made the finish poor here, and that's the same on all 4 bumper corners. So we'd like to refinish that, but we wouldn't look at repainting the car. We need to replace an overrider, the number plate lamp is broken. We would be replacing roof seals, scuttle seals. In here on the doorstep, we've got some corrosion to deal with, but the lock posts and all the kidney bowls and everything we've properly inspected. Great order, but what we would suggest, steam cleaning the car properly underneath, removing all the dirt and misery from under the arches and underneath. The floor is damaged in a couple of places where it's been lifted on the floor, but it's not broken the floor, but we would beat that out, seam seal, and then completely under seal and stone chip the car so that going forward, no further issues with the bodywork. On the engine side of it, we were suspicious when I gave it a small road test that it had an engine head bolt broke, which is very common on these types of engine. We've removed the rocker covers on all 4 banks, inspected the head bolts, and they're in great condition. None of them are broken, but they're all loose. The engine looks to have had a rebuild quite recently, because we can see because of the nuts and bolts. So it needs, the engine dropping out, fully serviced. It needs belts, plugs, filters, oil and filters, air filters, and it also needs the head bolts retorqued, all the tappets redone, the heat exchanger manifolds replaced, they're in poor condition, the heater boxes, the crossover pipe, the rear silencer. Really give the engine a birthday, give the injection system a proper birthday, and then send it, once the engine's back in the car, send it for a rolling road tune so that Rupert can enjoy the car and it will work beautifully for him. With the hood, it was suggested that the hood be replaced, but the hood's great. Other than having the rear window replaced so that that part is new, so that vision is great, the zip's in great condition, the fit is all in good condition. We will clean it, retreat it, re-rubber it, and you'll have a great working hood. We wouldn't suggest replacing it. We don't think that's good value. On the inside, carpets, yes, we agree. In a poor, faded condition, got the old smell to them, and the fit is looking a bit baggy and saggy. The door pockets, the door trims, the door bins, and the dash, we do believe need re-trimming and replacing. The dash itself is broken, so we would look at replacing that with good used and then get it recovered to match everything else. But the seats themselves, in good condition, we would refinish them, including the rears. We've just done it on a car that's valued at like 150,000, and they come up beautifully. So we would really freshen up the interior. We have got some steering wheel play in the top column that we would address. We'd make sure that we put the car back to inside, that it had a real fresh feeling when he opened the door on it. Mechanically on the car, gearbox works well, engine drives well when I drove it, running is a little bit offbeat. Brakes themselves have been refurbished very recently. It's had new calipers, new discs, new pads. They're looking in poor condition, but we would be refinishing them, checking them, making sure that they're all free and fully serviced, but no need for replacement. With the suspension, we have some torsion bars which are inside the panel. They have collapsed and give it a uneven running on the rear. We'd want to replace those bushes with upgrades, four-wheel align the car so that it's driving as good as it looks. The general bits and bobs, there's an oil pipe weeping from the rear. The sump plug has been stripped and needs rethreading. The spare wheel is missing, and we're not sure if that's with the previous garage. There's no air pump, no tools. The starter motor has been replaced with an upgrade at some point in its life, but they've left all the upgraded wiring in it, and that needs to come out. It's going to cause Rupert problems. It's a double solenoid system, and we would return that to correct genuine as it left the factory. Wiper arms poor. Windscreen, it has got at one stage it's been allowed to have a wiper scratch the screen, so that needs replacing. It's right in your vision line and miserable. On the front, and I believe this is why the bonnet went up over and damaged the catch is being broken, so it's not a secondary catch. The dampers are weak, so the bonnet falls down, so they would need replacing. With the carpet kit comes a new carpet kit to go in the boot here as well. The sun visors need repairing and putting back on. The radio needs a look at. It switches on but gives no feed or no music. That's for the speakers as well. And then it would be just a case of giving it one of our MOTs so that he has got a up together, roadworthy, cracking looking, enjoyable car. That's our suggestions. Look forward to the feedback. Thank you.